Hi, my name is Ariana Daspin, and this is the Introduction to Distance Education. So what is distance education? According to Watson and Gemin of 2009, distance education is the basic requirement of some type of technology to cross the divide between students, teachers, and institutions, where it's a two-way communication. It's no longer a one-way communication where teachers are educating the students. It's students interacting with teachers and teachers interacting with students. Examples of distance education are video, audio conferencing, text conferencing, live video feeds. Past examples may have been mail, TV, radio, and independent study modules. Distance education adapts technology and pedagogies that are most effective to creating quality learning, according to Watson and Gemin of 2009. According to study portals of 2012, distance education helps universities to promote their study programs worldwide. It's very much like traditional education, but without the constraints of physically having to be in the classroom, following a strict schedule, and now you can study and learn at your own speed. Distance education covers all degree levels, grade levels, subjects, and it's all delivered online. So what is the current status of distance education across the country in K through 12? Well, according to David Nagel of the Journal, he indicated that in 2010, a full 55% of school districts have students who are enrolled in distance education courses. Half of those districts reported that students who were participating in distance education courses provided by higher education institutions, and 47% from independent vendors, and 33% from state virtual schools. According to Schickton of 2006, they say that online education is a form of education which is given over the internet. And although this is asking about K through 12, I thought it was interesting that over 6 million students are enrolled in post-secondary online education courses. K through 12 and post-secondary courses offer synchronous and asynchronous types of online education or distance education. So synchronous is referring to where the teacher, according to Schickton of 2006, where the teacher and the students are interacting in real time, for example, with live chat and video conferences. However, most schools, like for example this class, there's asynchronous learning where the teacher and the students do not meet in real time, but there are multiple levels of this type of interaction where some classes don't have a pacing guide, some do have a pacing guide, some have due dates, some have flexible due dates. However, most courses are asynchronous because it provides more flexibility, and that's what online learning is all about. According to Watson and Gemin of 2009, how do you make sure that the teachers are credited and these courses are credited? Well, some states now mandate that online schools offer and or require professional development to their online teaching strategies. With the state of Wisconsin, according to Watson and Gemin, requires 30 hours of professional development specific to online teaching. Virginia requires that all online courses are required to be equivalent to courses at a local school, taught by a licensed teacher approved by the school board. Unfortunately, over the last 2 decades, online learning and distance education data has been collected, and although there are positive outcomes to student learning, there is not substantial information stating that distance education is more successful than standard traditional education. So what is my personal opinion regarding Maryland schools and distance education? Well, as a student through Towson University as an undergrad and as a graduate student, I have had multiple distance education opportunities with both asynchronous and synchronous online classes. I much prefer asynchronous courses because it is truly more flexible for students and for teachers. And if the students' parents work odd hours, they could wait for their parent to be home for them to be learning online, or if there's any health concerns or environment concerns for them. With Baltimore County Public Schools, they offer e-learning for students who are at home in hospital or who are homeschooled, and it allows them to have the same degree that the students in public schools and physical buildings can get. So e-learning has definitely been a huge impact on distance education with Baltimore County Public Schools. And the teachers that teach it are actually my coworkers. So they have been math teachers in the actual math classrooms. They are still accredited. Unfortunately, some students have a lack of dependable internet connection, and that's what's required for distance education to be successful. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening.